Markos chapter 5. Kai ölton esto perantes talasses estön koran ton gerasenon. And they came into the other side of the sea, into the region of the Gerasenes, or Gadarenos, depending on manuscripts. Kai exeltontos sautu ectu ploiu. And of his going out of the boat, eutus hypöntes en autoi, ekton mnemeon anthropos en pneumatic akatartoi. Immediately met him out of the tombs a man in an unclean spirit. Hostern katoikesin eken entois pneumasin, who was having a dwelling in the tombs. Kai ude haluse uketi ude edunato auton dösai, and neither with chains, no longer, nobody was able to bind him. Diato auton pollakis pedais, kai halusesin dedestai, kai diaspastai hypautu, das haluses kai das pedas, syntetriptai, kai ude siskuen auton damasai. Through the oftentimes in shackles for the feet and in chains, to have been bound and to have been broken by him, the chains and the shackles, to have been broken in pieces, and nobody was being able to restrain him. Kai diapantos nyktos kai hömeras entois pneumasin, kai entois oresin ön kradzon kai katakopton heauton litois. And continually, night and day, in the tombs and in the mountains, he was crying out and cutting himself with stones. Kai idon ton Jesun apo makroten edramen kai prosekunösen autoi. And having beheld Yeshua from afar, he ran and he worshipped toward him. Kai kraxas ponei megaloi lege, and having cried out in a great voice, he is saying, Diemoi kai soi, what to me and to thee? Yeshua huia tu teu tu hypsistu. O Yeshua, the Son of the God, the Most High, the Son of the Most High God, orkidzose ton teon, I am adjuring thee, the God, me basaniseis, not that thou should torment me, not. Elegen garautoi, for he was saying to him, Exelte to pneuma, to akatar to nektu anthropu. Come thou out, unclean spirit, out of the man. Kai eperota auton, and he was asking him, Te onomasoi, what is thy name? Kai lege autoi, and he was saying to him, Legion onomamoi. Legion is my name. Hoti poloyesmen, for we are being many. We are many. Kai parekale auton polla hina me auta apostelöje exortus choras. And he was beseeching him very much so that, or beseeching him many things so that not he might not send them forth out of the region. Önde eke prostoi ure agele koiron megale boskomene. And there was being there against the mountain a herd of pigs, a big herd of pigs being fed. Kai parekalesan auton legontes. And they besought him, saying, Pempson hermas, send us estus koirus into the pigs, hina esautus eseltomen, that into them we might enter. Kai epetrepsen autois, and he allowed them. Kai exeltonta ta pneumata ta akatarta eselton estus koirus. And having gone out, the unclean spirits entered into the pigs. Kai hormersen her agele katatu grömnu estern talassan. And they rushed, and the herd rushed according or down. The herd rushed down the precipice into the sea. Hos diskilioi, about 2,000. Kai epnigonto entei talasei, and they were being choked in the sea, drowned in the sea. Kai hoiboscontes autus, and those feeding them, epugon, fled. Kai apöngelan estern polin, and they announced in the city, kai estus agrus, and in the fields, kai ölton eden tiestin togegonos, and they came to see what the thing having happened is. Kai erkontai proston Jesun, and they were coming, and they are coming to Yeshua. Kai theorusin ton daimonizomenon, katermenon, himatismenon, kai sopronunta. And they are seeing the one being demonized, sitting, having been clothed, and being of right mind. Kai eskerkota ton legiona. The one having had the legion, the legion, kai epobertersan, and they feared. Kai diergersanto autois, and they declared to them, hoidontes pos egenetotai daimonizomenoi, kai periton koiron, And those having seen declared to them how it became to the one being demonized, and concerning the pigs. Kai erksanto parakaleenauton apelteenapoton horionauton. And they began to be beseeching him to depart from their borders. Kai embainontos autu, and of him entering estoploion into the boat parekale auton. He was beseeching him. Hodaimonistes, the demonized man, the one having been demonized, was beseeching him. Hina metautu öj, so that with him he might be being. Kai uka pökenauton, and he did not let him. Alla lege autoi, but is saying to him, Hypage estons oikonsu. Be thou going into thy house, prostusus, to your people, thy people. Kai apangelon autois, and be thou, and announce thou to them, hossa hokuriosoi, as much as the Lord to thee pepoiöken hath done. As much as the Lord hath done to thee. Kai sense, and he had mercy to thee, and he mercied thee. Kai apölten, and he went. Kai örksato, görsen entöi de kapole hossa epoiösen autoi ho Jesus. And he began to be preaching in the Decapolis as many things as Yeshua effectuated for him. Gaipantes et taumadzon, and all were being amazed. Gai diaperasantos tu Yeshu entoi ploioi esto peran palin. And of Yeshua having passed over in the boat into the other side again, synerkter oklos pollus ebauton, a great multitude gathered upon him. Gai paratern talassan, and he was beside the sea. Gai erketai Heston arkisynagogon onomati Iaeros, and one of the synagogue rulers is coming by name Iaer. Kai idon auton pipte prostus podas autu, and having seen him, he is falling to his feet. Kai parakale auton polla legon, and he is beseeching him with very many things, legon, saying, hotito tugatrionmu eskato seke, saying that my daughter is having endingly, is dying, that is. Hina elton epiteis das keras autöja, hina sotöja, gaidösöja, so that having come, thou might lay upon the hands to her so that she might be saved and she might live. Kai apelten metautu, and he went with him. Kai kolute autoi oklos polus, and a great crowd was following him. Kai sunetlibonauton, and they were thronging about him. Kai gyne uusa en ruse haimatos dodeka ete, and a woman being in a flow of blood 12 years. Kai polla patusa hypopollon iatron, kai tapanesasa taparheaute spanta, and many things, having suffered by many doctors and having spent all the stuff that was about her. Kai mörden opelötesa alla malon estokeron eltusa. And nobody, nothing was, and nothing having been advantaged, but rather into the worse having come. Akusasata peritu Yeshua, having heard the things about the Yeshua, el tusa entoi okloi opisten, herbsato tu himatiu autu. Having come in the crowd behind, she grabbed of his garment. Elegen garhoti ean hapsomai gan ton himation autu sotersomai. For she was saying that if I should grab, even should I touch of his garments, I shall be saved. Kai eutus exerante herberge tu haimatos auters, and immediately the fountain of her blood was dried. The fountain of her blood dried. Kai egno toi somati hoti iatai apotes mastigos. And she knew in the body that she had been healed from the scourge. Kai eutus ho Jesus epignus en heautoi etern exauton. Exautu dynamin exeltusan. Exeltusan epistrapes entoi okloi elegen. Dismu herbsatoton himation. And immediately Yeshua, having known in himself the power out of him having gone forth, he turned in the crowd. Having turned in the crowd, he was saying, who touched my garments? Gaelegon autoi hoimata taiautu. And his disciples were saying to him, Blepes tonoklon syntlibonta se. And his disciples were saying to him, thou art seeing the crowd together constricting thee, thronging about thee, Gaileges, and thou art saying, Dismu herbsato, who touched me? Gai perieblebeto, iden, turn tutto, boyesasa. And he was looking about to see the one having effectuated this, having done this. Hörde pobertesa, gai tremusa. And the woman, having feared and trembling, eduia hogegonen autoia, having known what hath become to her. Erten came, gai prosepese nautoi, and fell to him, gai epe nautoi, and said to him, Basan ternalötean, all the truth. Said to him all the truth. Hode epe nautoi, and he said to her, Tugater, daughter, herpistis su seso kense. Thy faith hath saved thee. Hypage eserenen. Be thou going in peace, into peace. Kai isti hygies apotes mastigossu. And be thou a one being having been healed. Be thou healthy from thy scourge or plague. Etiautu lalunte serkontai apotu arkisynagogu legontes hotihers tugatersu apetanen. Yet of him speaking from the synagogue ruler's house is coming, saying that thy daughter died. Di eti skyleston didaskalon. What yet thou art troubling the teacher? Why art thou yet troubling the teacher? Hode Jesus parakusas ton logon lalumenon lege toi arkisunagogoi me pobu monon pisteue. But Yeshua, having overheard the word being spoken, is saying to the ruler of the synagogue, don't be thou fearing, only be thou believing. Kai uka pöken udena metautu sunakolutsai emöpton Petron kai Jakobon kai Johannen donadel pon Jakobu. And he let not nobody with him to together follow, if not Petro and Jacob and Johannen, the brother of Jacob. Kai erkonto eston oikon tu arkisynagogu. And they are coming into the house of the ruler of the synagogue, Kai Teore, and he is seeing Torubon, Kai Klaiontas, Kai Alalazontas Polla, and he is seeing a tumult, an uproar, and crying, and wailing, much wailing. Kai esel ton legeo tois. And having entered, he is saying to them, Ditorubeste, kai glaiete. What? Ye are being tumultuous and crying. Topaidion u kapetanen alla kateude. The child died not, but is sleeping. Kai kategelo nautu. And they were deriding him. Autos de ekpalon pantas paralambaneton patera tu paidiu kai tön mötera kai tuus metautu kai esporeuetai hopu ön topaidion. And he, having cast all out, is taking along the father of the child and the mother and those with him, and he is entering where the child was. Kai kratösa stös keros tu paidiu legeau töi. And having held the hand of the child, he is saying to her, Talita kum, Talita kum, hoestin metermöneuomenon, which is being interpreted tokoration, the lass, soi lego, to thee I am saying, egere, be thou arising. Kai eutysanester tokoration, kai periepate. And immediately the lass arose and was walking about. Gareton dodeka, for she was 12 years old, that is. Kai exester san eutys extase megaloi. And immediately they were amazed with great amazement. Kai diestelato autois polla hina mödes gnoi tuto. And he charged them much, so that nobody they might make this known. Kai epen, sorry, that this, so that this be known to nobody. Kai epen doternaiao töje pagain, and he said to be given to her to eat, something to eat.